All right, guys, it's Paul Singh, Market Speculator, with the trade report for Friday, October 27, 2017. The big news going into the weekend, Amazon, Google both reported after hours yesterday. Both are gapping up on good news. If you look at Amazon here, up around 6%, 972 yesterday, and up around 1,050 today. They're not breaking the highs yet. We have a high close here at 1,052, so almost there. And then an intraday high all the way up at about 1,083. But really strong breakout here. What we wanted to see should help the market today. The Qs are up about 0.5% pre-market, so obviously that's a good thing. Google here also gapping up higher, not quite as much, 991 to about 1,026, but this one is at all-time highs. So two really nice breakouts here. We'll see how these hold throughout the day. Definitely two earnings breakouts we'll be watching to add to our list. And also FSLR this morning is gapping up to highs as well. Close high and then right at the intraday high here. So a few of our stocks that we tend to watch quite a bit are gapping up nicely. Sina is actually gapping down this morning, or sorry, not Sina, Baidu is gapping down big this morning, and we'll see how that impacts China, which already was looking weak. Interestingly enough, China is popping this morning. Going back to the indexes, we had those hammers on Wednesday. Yesterday, no continuation, but they did hold, and pre-market were higher. So that would be continuation. And I think a lot of this has to do with Amazon and Google. Pull up IWM, also held the level and is now gapping up slightly. And then the Qs, the big mover today, getting to highs. And this is all basically Amazon and Google, getting it up to right around 149. We want to see continuation here. So good way to end the week if the market can hold these levels or maybe even continue throughout the day. And heading into the weekend, that would be a good sign. Let's look at some other areas here. Financials doing well. XHB, which is home builders, pulling back but holding the 9, so looking pretty good. We've got oil here pulling back a little, but the overall pattern still looks good. XLE needs to show a little bit more strength, surprisingly lagging oil. Semiconductors still leading, and Brazil has been beaten down. We're going to watch this potential reversal play, so Brazil is going to be on our radar, as is biotech. Now, I got a lot of questions yesterday intraday when biotech was looking like a hammer, and my answer is always on these things when they're beaten down, wait till the end of the day. Every one of these dips here intraday looked like maybe it was a reversal candle, but we've got to wait to see for confirmation. Even though sometimes you're giving up a few points to do that, we want to see a show of strength, and we haven't seen that yet. But biotech is still on our radar. Again, if it closes around 180 or around 83 or higher, I would probably take a position in biotech, but we need to have that signal of a reversal, which we have not gotten yet. So keep an eye out on biotech, but be patient with your entry. Okay, only position right now is Facebook, which is right around our entry level, popping this morning in sympathy with Amazon and Google. Amazon and Google have been so strong. Advertising is so good right now. I'm debating doing something I normally don't do, and that's holding through earnings. So earnings for Facebook is Wednesday. We're up to 174 pre-market. Maybe we can get back to that 176 level. Again, we entered down right where we are right here. I'll decide on Wednesday. Wednesday after hours is when they report. I'll decide if I want to hold, or maybe I just take half off to decrease the risk a little bit. But there is risk. If it could very well gap down to the 150s or 160s as well. It's basically a little bit of a gamble, but we'll decide at that point. All right, let's look at the focus list. We're going to put Google and Amazon definitely on our focus list right now. FSLR as well. Buffalo Wild Wings gapped up big. Another one we've added to our earnings breakout list. 120.95 yesterday, and it's a low float with high short interest, so it could really start to move. Twitter, I will tell you guys also in a more aggressive account, I did add Buffalo Wild Wings on the day of the breakout because of that short interest. So that's something you might want to think about. Looks like it's set to open around 122. Twitter, also big breakout. What I would watch for today is a red to green type move. So it's opening red below yesterday's big breakout, 18%. And if it were to close or intraday maybe pop over 1230, that's definitely a day trade, and I would even consider it as a potential swing. Maybe there could be some pop in here, especially with the amount of short interest there is. So we'll keep an eye on Twitter, LABU, we just talked about Brazil, BRZU, we just talked about we need to see reversal candles. CMG was a gap down on earnings, but recovering well. If it pulls into the gap above 283.50, I might enter CMG long. Another earnings breakout, breaks 50, I would get in for kind of a high tight flag breakout. Nike has been really strong after this big gap down, set to fill the gap here at about 57.50. If it breaks that level, I would look to go long. Home builders, LGIH, looking strong. We need a little bit of a pullback. Same with DHI, but we'll keep it on our list going into next week. And then trucking stocks, trucking's leading the market over the last 30 days. SAIA near highs. I'd like to see a high break. That's the only trucking stock I've put on. So pretty good list. You can see now we're adding some earnings breakouts and breakdowns since we're getting into earnings season now. So if I don't make a trade today, have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys before Monday morning.